The preview for Episode 12 of Dragon Ball Daima also revisits the fierce battle between Majin Buu and the first Tamagami, the most powerful guardian of the demon realm. Majin Buu, the ambitious new creation of Dr. Arinsu, has emerged as a formidable foe, surpassing not only Majin Buu in strength, with a robust physique and a bright yellow hue that reflects its explosive nature. Majin wields a devastating arsenal of abilities, including enhanced versions of Majin Buu's classic attacks. The first Tamagami, meanwhile, unleashes overwhelming power, making it an indomitable force within the demon realm. It employs both brute strength and magical prowess to keep its opponent at bay. The battle unfolds in a bleak and chaotic setting, with fractured terrain and reverberating energy waves illustrating the epic scale of this confrontation. Throughout the conflict, it becomes clear that Majin has managed to wound the first Tamagami, a feat previously deemed impossible. This achievement underscores that Majin Buu is not merely an improvement upon its predecessors, but stands on par with the most formidable warriors of the demon realm. However, despite being visibly weakened, the first Tamagami refuses to concede, channeling its remaining energy into a series of devastating counterattacks. Majin Buu, meanwhile, displays extraordinary resilience, rapidly regenerating from damage and adapting to the Tamagami's attack patterns. The tension escalates with each exchange of blows, suggesting that this battle will be pivotal for the unfolding events in the first demon realm. Although Majin Buu holds a temporary advantage, it is conceivable that he might ultimately fall to the Tamagami, as it seems premature for the most powerful guardian to be vanquished. The narrative hints that Majin Buu's defeat may be part of Dr. Arinsu's broader strategy, likely aimed at gathering combat data to perfect her subsequent creation. This not only highlights Arinsu's tactical acumen, but also the resilience of the first Tamagami, whose victory would reaffirm its dominance in the demon realm. Regardless of the outcome, the fight promises to be a visual and emotional spectacle, keeping viewers on the edge of their seats. Also, Episode 12 of Dragon Ball Daima, an intense scene unfolds as Vegeta finds himself battling for survival in the deep waters of the second demon realm. This life-threatening situation arises following a surprise attack by a gigantic kraken, a mythical sea monster that resides in these treacherous waters. Dragged into the abyss, Vegeta's ongoing conflict with the second Tamagami is abruptly paused. As the kraken's colossal tentacles close in, Vegeta must hold his breath and conserve energy, meticulously plotting his escape from the creature's clutches. This scenario highlights a rare moment of vulnerability for Vegeta, a warrior unaccustomed to such perilous challenges, creating a suspenseful atmosphere regarding his fate. In this pivotal episode, Vegeta is forced to confront the Kraken head-on to proceed with his mission. The beast launches a fierce assault, wielding its tentacles and unleashing dark energy blasts from the depths. Driven by frustration, Vegeta mounts a formidable counterattack. Initially, the battle seems to favor the Kraken, whose aquatic prowess renders it nearly invincible in its own domain. The episode's preview also features Goku springing into action to assist Vegeta, taking on the Kraken, while Vegeta remains ensnared in the ocean's grip. Recognizing the critical nature of Vegeta's predicament, Goku rushes to his aid, deploying a series of rapid attacks to divert the Kraken's attention. Nevertheless, the creature proves to be a relentless adversary, leveraging its size and mystical abilities to complicate Goku's rescue efforts. As Vegeta struggles against the constricting tentacles, Goku uses his speed to dodge attacks and create strategic openings, enabling Vegeta to regain his strength. This scene promises an enthralling collaboration between the two Saiyans, with a clear focus on their unyielding rivalry. Ultimately, we witness Vegeta overcoming the Kraken and resuming his duel with the second Tamagami. Emerging triumphantly from the ocean, Vegeta is invigorated, driven by his bruised pride and determination to conquer the challenge posed by the second Tamagami. This encounter forces Vegeta to access unprecedented levels of power, potentially providing a crucial advantage in his confrontation with the guardian of the two-star sphere. Vegeta not only exhibits remarkable resilience, but also demonstrates his ability to adapt to extreme conditions, reaffirming his status as one of the most formidable warriors on the team. In this chapter, Vegeta may finally achieve the Super Saiyan 2 transformation to face the second Tamagami. As he prepares for the rematch, Vegeta reflects on the lessons learned from his battle with the Kraken and acknowledges the need for all his strength to defeat an opponent whose power rivals even that of Majin Buu. With his hair spiked and his signature electric aura, Vegeta exudes unwavering determination. This transformation marks a critical juncture in the narrative, symbolizing the ongoing growth of the Saiyan Prince, who is committed to overcoming any obstacle to achieve his goals and surpass his eternal rival, Goku. In another development, the preview shows the Demon King Goma in a state of uncontrollable rage, observing from his palace as Vegeta defeats the second Tamagami. The Guardian's defeat signifies that Goku, Vegeta, and their allies have now secured 2 Dragon Balls, bringing them ever closer to their ultimate goal. With his patience wearing thin, Goma considers taking drastic measures to halt the intruder's progress through the Demon Realm. His growing anger may foreshadow the implementation of a new strategy, or his direct intervention, adding a layer of urgency and peril to the group's journey. The scene conveys a tense atmosphere, suggesting that the Demon King will not tolerate further defeats without retaliation. On a different note, here's the summary of Episode 11. After a week of anticipation, Episode 11 of Dragon Ball Daima has finally aired. In this episode, the ancient Choniva makes a sudden and dramatic entrance before Goku and his group, interrupting their quest for the second Dragon Ball in the second Demon Realm. With a calm demeanor and an eerie aura, Neva introduces himself as the creator of the Demon Realm's secrets. His presence immediately captures Piccolo's attention, who senses the familiarity of his energy, albeit distorted by a dark demonic force. Neva gazes at Piccolo, recognizing him as a descendant of the original nuclear lineage that once mastered the secrets of dark magic and creation. However, instead of hostility, his tone is probing and challenging, as if assessing whether Piccolo is worthy of being an adversary or an ally in a grander scheme. During this episode, Piccolo and Goku seize the opportunity to question Neva about Dende's whereabouts, who is kidnapped by the Demon King Goma. The mention of Dende's name prompts a fleeting reaction from Neva, who enigmatically confirms that Dende is imprisoned in the Demon Realm under Goma's watch. According to Neva, the young Nakwi is being used as a pivotal element in Goma's plans to consolidate his dominion over the Demon Realm and activate an ancient power linked to the gods. Although this revelation heightens the group's urgency, Vegeta, with his characteristic pragmatism, insists that their immediate priority should be securing the second Dragon Ball before confronting a larger threat. Ultimately, with time running short, the group is compelled to withdraw and continue their search, now burdened with the uneasy knowledge that rescuing Dende will inevitably lead to a direct showdown with Goma and Jesu in the near future. Episode 11 also features new scenes of Arinsu, disappointed by the failure of her creation Majin, as it surrendered when overwhelmed by the first Tamagami's power. Arinsu now intends to create another, more powerful Majin Buu. The episode further explores Dr. Arinsu's plans, showing her visible disappointment following Majin K's failure. Her creation, designed to defeat the first Tamagami, proved ineffective and succumbed under the Guardian's overwhelming power. This setback not only shakes her confidence, but also motivates her to intensify her efforts in crafting a new and more potent Majin Buu. This is the connection to the troopers here. According to the footage, Arinsu is working on a project that promises to rectify all her prior missteps. This new Majin, glimpsed in one of the final scenes, appears to be crafted as the ultimate embodiment of chaos and demonic might. Additionally, along with Majin Ku, a new character is introduced in the Majin lineage. This fresh creation by Dr. Arinsu and the witch Majin Marba stands out with its sturdy appearance and bright yellow hue, setting it apart from earlier design. Arinsu describes Majin as the culmination of correcting past errors with Maien, aiming to develop a more powerful and stable entity. Although its true potential remains unrevealed, its presence alone suggests that Arinsu is not ready to abandon her quest for dominance over the Demon Realm. positioning Majin as a potential threat in upcoming episodes. In this episode, frustrated by Majin's failure, Arinsu decides to dispatch her new creation, Majin, to the first demon realm with the mission of defeating the Tamagami, guardian of the one-star sphere. Majin, with a robust build and yellow hue, merges the essence of Majin Buu with genetic enhancements obtained from advanced engineering techniques, making its power surpass that of its predecessor. With overwhelming confidence, Marindu enters the battlefield, unleashing power that seems to exceed Arinsu's initial expectations. However, the Tamagami quickly demonstrates why it is the guardian of the first demon realm, using precise movements and unmatched magical strength to withstand each of Majino's attacks and counter with power that transcends both physical and magical boundaries. In the recently released episode 11 of Dragon Ball Daima, the storyline advances with Goku, Pansy, Glorio, the Supreme Kai, Vegeta, Bulma, Piccolo, and Hibis united in their expedition through the second demon realm. This alliance marks a pivotal moment in the plot, as they collectively seek out the second Dragon Ball, protected by the formidable second Tamagami. The demon realm continues to reveal its complexity and dangers, with a seemingly peaceful and green landscape concealing latent threats. The dynamics between characters evolve as they confront new challenges. The episode emphasizes the collaboration between the Saiyans and the rest of the team as they devise a strategy to take on the second Tamagami. Despite its apparent tranquility, the demon realm is not a place to be complacent, and the appearance of the second Tamagami underscores this warning. The cooperation between Vegeta and Goku becomes essential, yet it also highlights differences in their approaches, with Vegeta determined to prove his strength independently, a reminder of his perpetual ambition to surpass Goku. Majin Du and Majin Ku are generating quite a buzz due to the intriguing possibility of their fusion, which could lead to the creation of the most formidable warrior in the demon realm. This potential fusion could introduce an ultimate villain, posing a significant threat to Goku and Vegeta in the grand finale of Dragon Ball Daima. But is there any substance to this speculation? Let's delve into this intriguing mystery. With that in mind, let's begin our exploration. Honestly, I hadn't considered this idea until I noticed it gaining momentum on social media and in the feedback on my previous videos. There's been a lot of excitement about a potential fusion between these two Majins. Before we delve deeper, remember to follow me on Instagram and X to share your thoughts, and link provided in the description for all the latest updates and leaks concerning Dragon Ball Daima episode. First, let's tackle the obvious question. Why might this fusion occur? The primary reason I can think of is that Arinsu might command it, realizing that the brothers, individually, lack the power needed to conquer their adversaries. Another factor could be the inherent instability of Majins. As you've observed, Majin Du is significantly stronger than Majin Ku, because he embodies more of Majin Ku's essence. However, this increased power comes with the challenge of being more difficult to control. Thus, if Majin Du found himself at a disadvantage against a rival, his competitive drive might surpass his affection for his brother, leading him to absorb Majin Ku to prevent defeat. Now, let's explore the possible methods of their fusion. The first method, which I promptly dismiss, is the fusion dance. This technique seems unlikely for Majin Ku and Majin Du within the series. The second method involves the classic absorption process. As you may have noticed, Majins possess the gelatinous form characteristic of Majin Ku. This implies that Majin Du could easily use a part of his body to absorb Majin Ku, thereby amplifying his power. The third method involves fusion insects, previously depicted in earlier episodes. These insects can combine Majins into a super warrior. Envision a scenario where Goku and Vegeta utilize these insects to fuse, prompting Majin Du and Majin Ku to do the same to match their newly empowered adversaries. The fourth and final method is through Majins. We've seen that Majins have a penchant for sweets, a trait inherited from the rotund Majin Buu. In a conflict situation, there's a potential for Majin Du to transform his brother into a cookie or chocolate and consume him, thereby augmenting his powers and possibly becoming the ultimate villain. If you ask me which method seems most plausible, I don't have a definitive answer. However, aside from dismissing the fusion dance, any method could be seamlessly integrated into the series without disappointing the audience. But which method would you prefer for these brothers to fuse? Now, let's entertain the possibility that the fans advocating for this idea are correct and the fusion of these Majins takes place. The lingering question is, what would be the power level of this combined entity? At the very least, I would expect this warrior to possess the power of a Super Saiyan 3. Anything less would be insufficient against Vegeta, let alone Goku. Personally, I would anticipate a power level akin to Gohan's ultimate form to present a truly formidable challenge. We must also consider the personality of this new adversary. While working on this video, I recalled when Kid Buu absorbed the Grand Kai, a kind and cheerful god, and the drastic change it brought about in Kid Buu's nature. This would be a potential issue when absorbing Majin Ku, as we've seen that Majin Ku is amiable and respectful, seemingly devoid of malice. In my opinion, this would be the only drawback of the fusion, as it might not create a ruthless enemy, but rather a charismatic and respectful rival. Majin Ku could also leverage his sharp intellect to absorb Majin Du, but neither should absorb the other or fuse. Such a fusion could pose a significant threat to Goku, Vegeta, and the other Z warriors. Footnote: following the logic of fusion, the name of this new Majin should be a blend of the two individuals' names. Options could include Majin Kudu or Dooku. Personally, I'd opt for Majin Kudu, though shorter alternatives like Majin Kut or Majin Duke shouldn't be discounted. Now let me share my wild and imaginative vision of how I'd like this fusion to unfold. After being defeated by Tamagami No. 1, Majin Du and Majin Ku return to Dr. Irensu's laboratory. The atmosphere is tense, and Irensu is visibly enraged. Glorio informs Irensu that Goku and Vegeta have reached the first Demon Realm and are poised to acquire the one-star Dragon Ball. With all the Dragon Balls gathered, Irensu's Plan B is set in motion. She instructs Glorio to steal the Dragon Balls before the Z Warriors can make their wish. However, an unexpected turn of events occurs. Glorio, having grown fond of the Z Warriors, decides to rebel against Irensu. Things are progressing smoothly for Goku and his allies, but not for Irensu, who is furious due to her lack of means to seize the Demon Realm's crown and confront the Z Warriors. Majin persistently asks Irensu for chocolates, exacerbating her frustration. Meanwhile, Majin contemplates how to assist his boss, overhearing him to become chocolate. Thanks to the gluttonous tendencies of the chubby one and a very random twist of events, an invincible warrior named Majin Kudu is eventually born. Majin Kudu immediately pledges allegiance to Irensu. Irensu is incredulous at what is transpiring, but she wastes no time and quickly heads to confront Goku and Vegeta to defeat them and seize the Dragon Balls. What are your thoughts on this little story about Majin Du and Majin Ku? Feel free to share your thoughts and critiques, but if you enjoyed the idea, want to propose changes, or have your own version, let me know in the comments. Also in episode 12, a dramatic twist unfolds as Goku and Vegeta find themselves in a perilous situation deep within the ocean's depths. The preview reveals Goku springing into action to aid Vegeta, who is ensnared by the formidable Kraken. Acknowledging the grave danger Vegeta faces, Goku rushes to his side, unleashing a series of swift, powerful attacks to divert the Kraken's attention. However, the creature proves to be a daunting foe, using its immense size and mystical powers to complicate Goku's rescue mission. As Vegeta struggles against the tightening grip of the tentacles, Goku capitalizes on his agility and speed, deftly dodging the Kraken's strikes and creating tactical openings for Vegeta to recover his strength. In the midst of this intense battle, Vegeta, driven by sheer determination and the lessons learned from his confrontation with the Kraken, finally taps into the long-anticipated Super Saiyan 2 transformation. This power surge equips him to challenge the second Tamagami with renewed vigor. Reflecting on his earlier struggles, Vegeta realizes the importance of harnessing all his power to take on an adversary whose might rivals even that of Majin Buu. With his hair standing on end and his iconic electric aura crackling around him, Vegeta embodies unwavering resolve. This transformation marks a pivotal moment in the saga, signifying the continuous growth of the Saiyan Prince, who remains resolute in surpassing his eternal rival Goku. Meanwhile, the narrative shifts to another development, as the Demon King Goma, consumed by uncontrollable rage, watches from his palace as Vegeta triumphs over the second Tamagami. The Guardians' defeat indicates that Goku, Vegeta, and their allies have now secured 2 Dragon Balls, inching ever closer to their ultimate objective. With patience wearing thin, Goma contemplates drastic measures to thwart the intruder's progress through the demon realm. His mounting fury suggests the possibility of a new strategy, or even his direct intervention, adding an element of urgency and danger to the hero's quest. The scene conveys a palpable tension, hinting that the Demon King will not stand by idly as his guardians fall, preparing to retaliate with unyielding force. This episode promises high-stakes drama and intense action, as Vegeta's transformation and Goma's looming threat set the stage for an epic clash of powers and wills in the chapters to come. I'll see you in the next video. If you have any theories or questions, please leave a comment below. Perhaps I'll create a video based on your comments. Goodbye.